Welcome back, my fellow Jedi and Padawans. Welcome back to another Jedi gaming video. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel, and if you guys are new, welcome. You guys have been crazy lately with the support, so thank you so much for that. If this video does help you out, please like and share it around to help out your fellow Guardians as well, and if it does feel right, please slap that subscribe button. It helps me out a bunch and shows YouTube y'all like the videos, so thank you. Now, let's get into our weekly update. This is a bigger one than normal because we got Grand Masters returning. As you can see here this week at Bungie, if you didn't watch the cutscene from last week where Zavala almost got assassinated by a Cabal assassin, it was a really good cutscene, so I suggest you watch it. Now, obviously, big news for this week coming up is we have Grand Masters available. Let's go over some of the key points here for getting into these Nightfalls. So, the strike difficulty is 1350. Minimum power required is 1325, and the contest mode is on, so anything over 1325 will not matter. It's just the baseline to actually enter the strike. Strikes will have different sets of modifiers. Obviously, it's Grandmasters, as you can see if you go from the Adept all the way to a Master right now. The modifiers change quite a bit, so there's going to be even more in these Grandmasters, obviously. Each week, we're getting a new rotation, like always, but on April 20th, all the GMs are going to be available, so you can grind through them hard and get that Conqueror 2.0 seal. Now, someone at Bungie was having a little fun, because, 420 and blaze it, So, every weekend after April 20th, it seems like you can also run through any of these so you can catch up. That is pretty awesome, because we got our Adept PvE weapons coming out, and I am super pumped for them. We got the Swarm, Palindrome, and Shadow Price. Now, these Adept versions will have Adept mods that you can put on them, as well as when you masterwork them, they get an additional stat bonus. So I believe it's 2 or 3 points in each category when you masterwork it, which is crazy. It's not just one certain stat column that gets it, it's all of them get a couple extra bonuses. So that is crazy, and I am pumped to grind these out. The first week that it is coming out on the 16th, I believe it's the Swarm, because last week was Palindrome, the week before that was Shadow Price. So this week should be the Adept Swarm, so hopefully you guys get to grinding and slapping it out. I'm going to make a full guide on how to do the first Grandmaster once it actually drops, and I go through it a couple times just to help you guys out, and hopefully you can grind it out and get some of those crazy Adept rolls. You can earn the Adept mods through completing the Grandmasters or Trials of Osiris, but we all know Trials has been disabled once again. What a surprise, because people suck and people need to cheat to get their flawlesses, which is just so sad. But here's a little example of the Conqueror 2.0. Pretty great, pretty awesome. Hopefully you guys can get a nice little fire team together and slap some of these bosses out and really grind out that gear. If not, just go through the normal 1270s, 1300 strikes with that Vanguard Prosperity on your Ghost and get some normal weapons, because they are pretty good in themselves. But obviously you want the best version, which will probably be these Adept versions. Alright, next we got some little hot fixes, patch notes here. Nothing crazy, mostly just strikes, little bugs. There was an armor problem with the new Hunter chest piece where you were getting melee when you made yourself invisible. They fixed that where it's only your teammates now. And also the chest piece for the Titan was granting overshields when you weren't using Thunder Crash, which that's not supposed to happen, so they fixed that as well. A couple visual effects and reloading things for weapons, so nothing too crazy. The biggest thing though is going to be the Stasis tuning patch. Stasis is getting nerfed pretty substantially on March 23rd, so in 2 weeks. And that's when Iron Banner is coming back and we get a new strike. So my video next week is going to be huge because there is a lot going on. I'm going to go over some of the base ones right now just for each subclass, and then I'll do a deep dive next week. So Hunter, as you can see, Shatter Dive and Withering Blade got nerfed, some damage resistance and reduced target acquisition. So we'll see how these go once Crucible actually comes out. The Titan, Glacial Quake, the AoE on supers is gone. That's pretty sweet. And using your like R1 or light attack uses more super energy. Shiver Strike just has, they're able to pull enemies out of the air better. Warlock. Winter's Wraith, a lot going on here. Also, a little extra, Chaos Reach is getting decreased, so you can't pop 17 supers. But look at all these changes. We'll go over them a bunch. You can pause the video and read them now if you want, but I will go over all these in detail next week. And just some general stasis grenades being changed, stasis crystals, some of the aspects are being changed. And if you do your fragment quest in Crucible, those requirements are getting reduced, so that'll be nice for grabbing them next season, whichever ones they come out with. Pumped for that, and like I said, I will go over this more detail next week once we get closer to the actual update. And my favorite part about this TWAB here is we got to hear who won the movie Monsters vs. Dinos, and guess what, guys? Our dinos won hard, like really, really hard. 81% to 19%. So we are gonna get some nice, sexy dinos in the game for Festival of the Lost in October, and I am pumped about that. Obviously, we're gonna have some downtime on the 16th because of all of the changes coming with Grandmasters and such. They're gonna be doing some crazy maintenance on it. And then these are also coming in Dune Marchers with linear actuators. That's getting a little fixed. The Double Trouble Dreaming City Triumph is available. Bray transponders on Europa will no longer be removed. And completing the Forfeit of the Shrine Ascendant Challenge will now grant progress to the Ascendant Champion and Hoenn Speed Triumphs. That is awesome. Also, Clan XP will be disabled on the 16th for about an hour, it looks like. Obviously, we know that this got removed. You know, they really messed up with this one. Presage scannables, if you've been doing them, you have to do all 6 for week 1, and then you unlock week 2s, and you got to get all 6 for week 2, and then do week 3s, so that's a little easy thing for you guys. And finally, just again, little patch notes for everybody, nothing too crazy, just fixing some things that help the quality of life changes. So, like I said, this one's a little bit bigger than normal because we had a lot of changes coming in with the Grandmasters and a lot to go over. So I really hope this helped you guys out getting prepped for the 16th, slapping those Grandmasters out. Make sure you're getting up to 1325, that's the most important part, and get your Adept Weapons. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you stayed around the entire time, it really means a lot to me, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.